Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's doing great. We are headed to Port St. Lucie again to do a little bit more work on the CRX. I think today's goal is to hopefully try and get the windshield out, try to get the two rear windows out. So let me stop real quick, grab you an OJ, maybe a little Pop-Tart to hit the road. I gotta say thank you very much to the mini sponsor for today, Snap-on Tools. Shout out to my boy Alir Toledo. If I do it correctly, I'll put his name right here. If I don't do that right, I'll try to put it in the description. But shout out to him, man. He hooked me up with the hat, and he hooked me up with a couple t-shirts as well that are here sitting on my chair. Yeah, let's go ahead and head out to PSL. So let me give you guys a really quick update. If you haven't noticed, I think in the last video you probably should have been able to notice, but I could be wrong as well. But no more dreads. Dreads are gone. Dreads are completely gone, but they are in a bag at the house in case I want to eventually put them back in. Yes, you can put dreads back in before you go asking, how can you put hair back in? Literally, they sew it together because they make it into knots. They knot it into your original hair. So my original hair that right now is in a bag, my dreads, if they wanted to put them back in, all they have to do is literally like crochet them into my hair. So they literally take the end of that and knot it into my new hair. But yeah, dreads are gone, man. I love the dreads. It was dope. It looked great on stage for performances, for videos, for pictures or whatever. But as like a day-to-day, man, I couldn't deal with it no more. I'm a pretty boy. Let's just get that out there. I'm a pretty boy. I like to have a haircut every Friday, no matter what. And then the maintenance on them, you got to keep them maintained. And then my type of hair, they're easy to come out. They're easy to get frizzy. So I have to maintain them like almost even more often than normal. My hair's not kinky. It's very curly, but it's not kinky. So I'd have to go like once a month or once every 2 months to get them redone and retouched up. And it ain't cheap, I'll tell you that. So it was time to go. So I cut my hair. My hair is originally brown, like a dark brown, but I went with blonde. My beautiful fiance now, by the way, I'll tell that in a second. My fiance went ahead and dyed it for me. So yeah, guys, I am now engaged to my beautiful fiance Natalie. You guys have seen her already a couple times. She's amazing woman, beautiful soul, inside and out. And I've had it on my mind for a while to propose to her. But when I found out that we were gonna have a show, because she dances also, we dance together with the same artist. We travel and tour together. So when I found out that we were gonna have a show in Miami, I said, oh yes, that's the time right there. That's when I'm gonna do it in Miami, in front of 40,000 people at the end of our show. So end of our show comes, I drop down on one knee, bada bing, bada boom, I am now engaged, which is really dope. It's a beautiful thing. Like I said, I love my girl. I love Natalie like crazy. She's amazing. It's dope. What's funny is, before it happened, months ago, when we started talking about marriage and proposing, she always used to tell me, just keep it small, don't do nothing big. Pretty crazy, right? So congrats to me, thank you very much. Drop the comment, tell me what you think about that proposal. Like the video. Let's keep on driving the Portanos. Look who's there. Look who's there. Ooh. All right, y'all, we made it to the legend back there. He's back there, the doc, Mr. Will. We made it to his house. So the plan right now is to, I told you guys we're gonna go ahead and take off this window here, that other side window, take off this trunk jam molding that kind of falling apart. I might have to do some searching, just buy a brand new one because this one's pretty cooked. But we're gonna go ahead and remove that window and maybe start working on this rail here, figuring out exactly, you know, how we're gonna do it, what we're gonna do, and then eventually get to this rail on this side. All right, so I'm starting to take this off. As you can see, it was freaking on there because of like the rust. It was just like not cemented on there, but it was on there pretty snug. And you know, we got a lot of body work to do, guys. You can see right here in this little corner. Let me try to get it to focus on that corner. There we go. So we got some body work to do, but Will is the man. He's been doing it for many years, different scenarios, different cars. He's very well knowledged in bodywork. So I'm obviously not gonna sit here and be like, oh no, Will, we should do it this way. Why don't we do it this way? Well, I ask those questions, of course, just so that I could learn and I could understand his mindset behind it and the process and whatnot. But I'm never gonna question his ability. I'm never gonna question his ideas and how he does things, because again, this is what he does for a living. He's been doing it for a long time. I mean, to the point where I'm not gonna say names, but he's done 3 NBA players Lamborghinis where he had to cut them in half. Yes, cut a Lamborghini in half and extend the car another foot so that these players can actually fit inside of their Lamborghinis. He has done that, and if I can get some pictures, I'm gonna go ahead and post them right after I say this. All right, so I'll tell you guys, taking this molding right here off, right? It's cooked, it's super old, it's super stiff. I already have brand new moldings for both sides. So what I'm doing is taking this off, but you want to be very careful when you are taking it off. You don't want to pull, you don't want to pull this way. You want to pull down, yeah? Because of the way that it's in there, it's hard to freaking see. Hard to see, but the way that it's in there, if you pull straight, because it kind of, see this little lip that it has, see that little lip underneath? So this molding kind of goes and like scoops under that lip, if that makes sense. It scoops under that lip. So if you pull out, you risk pretty much cracking or snapping that glass. So you want to pull it in a downward motion to not pull forward, if that makes sense. And now obviously on the top, you don't want to pull out, you want to pull up. So we just got back from Harbor Freight, picked up a nifty little tool. My man Will's go ahead and heating up the tip. Y'all already know about the tip. Heating it up, put it through the glass, and we're gonna get cracking on that guy. The glass so that way, because it's gonna come apart, you know, very soon, right? We don't want this baby in the floor. You see what he's doing, you guys? As you guys see, we put the guitar string through. He's taping it from where we already started cutting so that when it does finally come off, it doesn't go kapling to the floor and I gotta buy a new glass. This way, go ahead. There was another clip right there. It's gonna go up. It's gonna tighten. There we go. Just so you guys know, I'll post it here. I'll put a picture in there, but I forgot my tripod, and you guys are gonna see what contraption we made up to make a tripod. All right, guys, this back driver quarter panel window is out. Now I think we're gonna work on that guy over that way, and yeah, and then we're gonna hopefully, I think we're gonna try to get the windshield, but we'll see. Or we might start messing with this, but we'll see. I'll teach you guys, I'll show you guys and keep you guys in the loop. All right, guys, well, unfortunately, taking these pieces off, I'm gonna tell you, it was not fun. Couldn't figure it out. We tried looking back there for like a nut or a bolt, and I'm sure there was probably an easier way, but unfortunately we ended up snapping all 6 of these little tabs. But it's all good. At least, you know, the actual, where the hell's the other one? At least the actual little corner pieces aren't busted. So we'll figure out a way to make new tabs, 3M glue or something, and get some tabs to put it in there. Yo, let me tell y'all another thing. These little vents right here ain't fun taking them apart either and trying to get them out. I think I popped a hole in one of them, so I'm gonna have to like sand it down later, bondo it or whatever, and fix it. But now I'm working on this guy. Bro, it's just not fun. These things are not freaking fun to deal with, but it's all good, man. It's all part of the learning process, and I'm trying to be as careful as possible because I know that it's hard to come by these pieces, and you know, they're very fragile. So, but it is what it is. We're gonna keep on moving. All right, so what I'm doing is using this wire brush, wire wheel, whatever you want to call it, attached to the drill, and I'm going over this entire like trunk jam, trunk tray, whatever you want to call it. The mad scientist, what we're gonna do is, instead of cutting all of that out, what we're gonna do, again, I don't question his capability, his judgment. I know some people will probably do it differently, and it's fine. It's fine. But what we're gonna do is sand all that down as much as we can. Then we're going to put a liquid that like neutralizes the rust so that it does not come back. And then after that, we're gonna, I believe what he said is like foam the inside. And then once that is foamed, then we're gonna go back with a fiberglass resin and put it over it, do all the sanding, all the body work to it, yada yada yada. So again, I don't question his capability, and I don't question his ideas and the way he does things, because I've seen his work, and I've seen his work for many years, and it's lasted many years. So that's what we're going with. It's cool, I get it. Others will probably say, oh, cut the whole panel and, you know, weld another one. You can do it that way, and I would not be mad if you did it that way. But this is the way I'm doing it to my car. And again, my bad for not getting really good shots and angles, but I forgot my stupid tripod at home and got to do what I got to do. We're spraying a liquid. Will, we want to explain to the people what you spraying right there, sir?
This is called asphalt, and it's it removes the rust, but at the same time it neutralizes the rust itself, so that keeps spraying, you know, spreading. And what it does, once you apply this, you're gonna see the difference in the surface.
Oh, you can even smell it too.
Oh no!
You guys obviously can't smell it through the camera, but it's got a very like a very strong acidy, alcoholish smell to it. All right, so while the neutralizer is drying up on that trunk jam, we decided to come out here and mess with the trunk a little bit.
I sprayed the primer. It's gonna finish, you know, like making it all perfect.
So just a second ago, off camera, what Will was telling me is it's not only about sanding, but you have to make sure that you get the angles right, and you don't sand too much on a corner, too much on an edge, because then you lose that shape of that corner or that edge. So when you sand, you got to make sure that you sand properly and you put the right amount of pressure on whatever corner, side, angle it is that you're doing. So before we I'm trying to get the right angle for you guys. I think right there. Before we put that primer, you couldn't see that little dent. I'm gonna point at it right here, y'all. You couldn't see it, but now that Will sprayed that primer, you can now see it. And that's from, you know, your just day-to-day closing of the trunk. You have that one little section where everyone normally puts their hands to close the trunk. So now with the primer, we'll be able to see exactly what we need to do next. Now you guys can see what it looks like after that liquid like neutralizer spray that we used. How it gets black. So now Will tomorrow is going to sand it down again with a brush, spray it again, and then we can start doing the actual body work part of it. Even though this is part of the body work, but you guys know what I mean. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Obviously we didn't get the windshield done, but we got a lot done. Got the two back windows out. We started figuring out exactly the plan of action of what and how we were gonna do things. Sanded, you know, the sides off, got all of the moldings off of the two windows, the molding off of the trunk jam. You saw us sand down everything that we could. We sprayed the rust neutralizer on there, let that sit. Tomorrow, like I said, Will's gonna go back with like a metal brush and redo it again. Brush it all down, maybe sand it, spray it again, and that way, we know we're good to go, and then we can start really sanding it down, and getting it down to like bare metal to do whatever else that we need to. Like I said, for the inner parts, we're gonna spray it with the foam, and then once the foam is there, then we're gonna layer it with the, I think it was fiberglass. I'm not sure. But again, like I said earlier in the video, I'm not gonna question Will. He knows what he's doing. He's been doing this for a long time, and his work is great. You guys saw some of those pictures that have the Lambo in it. So he knows what he's doing, man. He knows what he's doing. So next time I'm up here, whenever that is, we'll continue on whatever's next. I hope you guys appreciated and learned something small. Oh, that's right. And we did the trunk a little bit. Sanded it down. Did one coat of primer real quick to see what we were working with and what it was looking like. But obviously, that was just something quick. That's not the end result. Obviously, we still got to go back and finish some body work that's there as well. Anyways, guys, again, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that notification button so you guys can see when I post. And I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Chase the dream, not the competition. Peace.